Hey friends, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, so y'all know what that means. Y'all know it is a story time. So today's story time, I'm gonna tell y'all first of all, I'm killing like two birds with one stone right now. So I'm at work. I'm working on something, but I'm also about to get out of story time. Okay, so today's story time, we're gonna talk about how when I was like, okay, let me think. I don't remember. Y'all know I'd be forgetting all the time. Okay, I always be forgetting stuff, but I had to be like maybe 19. I was probably like 18 or 19. So we're gonna talk about how I had a sugar daddy who was lied about his age. Okay, y'all, how you lied about your age? I shouldn't even call that man a sugar daddy. Well, I guess he was. You know what? I need to look up the definition of like what a sugar daddy really is, because hold on, let's see. Hold on, let's see what it. We about to see. We want to see what a sugar daddy. What a sugar daddy. Let's see. Sugar daddy. Y'all getting this in real life, and I'm not gonna edit this out neither. Like what y'all get is what y'all gonna get. Okay, sugar daddy. Just talk about sugar daddy meat. Okay, a sugar daddy, a rich older man who lavishes gifts on young women in return for her company or sexual favors. Ooh, sounds like a whore. Okay, but so this is a story about how my sugar daddy lied about his age. So when I was about 18 or 19, I might have even been 20. I don't know. It was somewhere between 18 and 20. I had met this guy. I do not remember how I met him, but he lived in Jacksonville. So I may have, where did I meet that man? I don't remember. It probably was like a party line or something. Y'all remember the chat lines back in the day? You would call a little number, like 1-800 blah, 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 blah. You could be in different rooms. I'm telling my age, but I don't know. I don't think I met him on there, but I met this guy. And I remember, if I was like 18 or 19, that man told me he was like 35. Because I remember thinking like, 35? Oh my God, you so old, like 35. Mind y'all, I'm 40 years old now. But 35 back then was just like, why are you so old, sir? Like, what the hell? You a senior citizen. So he told me he was like 35, and I was probably like somewhere between 18 and 20. And I was just like, okay. So let me tell y'all the deets about him. He was like, for the most part, he was decent. He was decent to look at, like decent on the eyes. He had a really good job. He was a pilot. He was like a private contractor pilot, and he flew helicopters, right? So he, yeah, I met him, and like he would be like, I had to be like 20 because I was working at Convergence at the time in Jacksonville. Yeah, I was working at Convergence. So anyway, he had told, I was working at Convergence, and he would tell me stuff like, oh, just don't go to work today, and whatever you was gonna make it work, I'll pay for it. Or if your mama gonna watch your kids, let me know and I'll pay for it. Mind you, y'all, I used to leave my kids with my mama, and I would just not tell. I'd be like, oh, my mama said she gonna charge me $50, $100, and he would give me the money. But that's a different story for a different day. So I was working at Convergence, and he would be like, oh, call off for today. We're gonna go. We would be like, fly to Miami. Y'all, we would legit fly to Miami, like fly all of these places, take me wherever. So, but the thing is, like, he always wanted me. It's like I was his project or something, right? Like, he always would tell me like, oh, you gotta wear this, or you gotta eat this, or I will never forget, y'all, this man made me eat salmon. Now, 40-year-old me, I love eating salmon, okay? I love me a good piece of salmon with some broccoli or some asparagus and some rice or some, like, that is a meal for me. But 20-year-old me, baby, salmon. Yeah, I remember this man. He made some salmon. He was probably like some salmon with some asparagus and something else. He cooked it at home, and he cooked it at home, and I was like, I don't like that. I don't want to eat that. Yeah, he made me eat it. I had tears in my eyes. Like, why do I have to eat this? Like, this is disgusting. I just remember just being so upset about eating this, right? So anyway, he used to make me eat like healthy. He used to make me like a workout schedule, because he had like a gym in his house, like in his condo. He had a gym. And he would be like, all right, come on, you got to work out. You got to back 20-year-old me did not work out. 40-year-old me, I'm a runner. I take my fitness very serious. But 20-year-old me, I wasn't doing none of the things. I just wanted to get all of the drinks and the chicken wings. Like, that was 40-year-old me, y'all. So anyway, he was a very like regimented person. But in the same breath, y'all, this man would buy me anything I wanted. Anything I asked for, he'd be like, okay, all right. And he will always be like, so what are your plans? Like, what do you want to do? And just all of the things. And I used to just remember looking at him like, he is just such a lame, like such a weirdo. But if I wasn't married, because I'm married, I love my husband. I love him. I love that man to death. But if I was not married, like, perfect catch. Okay. So let's talk about how I found out he lied to me. So I told y'all he used to make me work out. He used to pick up my clothes. He used to fly me anywhere I wanted to go. Like, he would just be like, call out for work. I'm going to pay for you. Like, however much you was going to make that day, I'll pay for it. And he would do this. He'd be like, okay, let's just go to dinner. And he would, y'all, this man would pick out my clothes. Like, the clothes, whatever he wanted me to wear will already be, like, there when I got it. Like, to his house, he already had, like, my clothes laid out. He knew what size I wore, my shoes and everything. So this one day, he was in the shower. And he was like, he said, hey, go look at my wallet and get some. I think he was telling me to go get a card, his credit card or something. He was like, go look in there and get my card. I was like, okay. Y'all, I'm in this man's wallet looking, and the first thing, because you know, old man, he had his little ID card, his ID in the front of his wallet. I looked at that. I don't remember what the year was, but whatever year it was, I remember doing the math real quick, and I got so mad. Y'all, why that man was 50 years old. I was so mad. I remember like sitting here doing the math like, you told me you was 35. I think he told me he was 35. And I was like, you're 50. And at that time in my life, 50 was just like a grandpa. Like, ain't no way. I'm not finna talk to no man who is 50 years old because you are a grandpa. 50? 50? Now that I think about it, that explains a lot. Like, why he acted like he acted, why he made me do the thing. Yeah, hold on, because my lips were a little crusty. I know we in the middle of story time, but my lips were a little, because I don't need y'all to be talking about me. Okay. All right, we back. Okay, not crusty no more. But yeah, y'all, so I just remember that ID, and I just remember I went to I was like, you told me that you was 35. And it says that you're 50. And I just remember him looking at me like, oh, it was just a little mishap. Like, I just didn't want you, I didn't want you not to talk to me because of my age. I didn't want you to judge me because I was older, but I really by this time we had been talking for like, it had to be like 9 months to a year. And mind y'all, this man then flew me all kind of places. Anywhere he'd get on a helicopter, he'd be like, let's go, we about to just ride here and come right back. I remember one time we went to Miami just so he could buy me like a pair of shoes. Literally, we got in a helicopter, went to Miami, he bought a pair of shoes, and we got back to Jacksonville. Excuse me. But after I found out how old he was, I was just like, you know what? I cannot do this. I even tried to just like look past it. Because by this time, when I was 20, I had 2 kids. Y'all know I told the story about how I got pregnant when I was 13. But I also had a son. I had my son when I was 18. So I had 2 kids by this time. And he was just like, whatever your kids need, I got you. Like, whatever you need. But y'all, I just could not get past 50 years old. And I just remember like being like, no. So I left him alone. I was just like, I can't do it. But I used to think back on him, like the only reason I left that man alone was because he lied to me about his age and he was 50 years old. But when I was like 30, I would just sit there like, I wouldn't mind talking to him right now, eating some salmon. Like, ain't nothing wrong with a little Parmesan crusted salmon or just even regular salmon. I could do that. Like, it tastes good to me. But 20-year-old me, So I say all this to say, let this be a cautionary tale to you young girls. If you got a sugar daddy, and that man is doing all the things that you need him to do, and I know everybody is girl power, I'm a boss, but if you got a sugar daddy who is literally taking care of everything, y'all, and I said this man's taking care of everything, like just whatever I wanted. Hey sis, if he lied about his age, just let him slide. Because throughout my life, I said, maybe I should have just let him slide. Like, maybe I should have just let it slide. And who knows where I would be. Again, I love my husband. I'm just speaking like if I never met my husband, like, you know, those things, right? I'm not saying I would leave my husband for that man. No, but what I'm saying is when I got older, like in my 30s, I was like, hey, I wouldn't mind having, you know, Mr. Pilot Man back in my life, because he really secured the bag and made sure your girl had everything I wanted. I just could not get over the fact that he was 50 years old, and 50 seemed so freaking old to me. Yeah, so that's my story time for tonight. That's how I found out that my sugar daddy had lied about his age, and I had to leave him alone because I couldn't talk to nobody that was 50 when I was 20. I just couldn't do it. So yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed my story time tonight. I hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, because I have a story time every Wednesday about something crazy that happened in my life. I think my next story time, y'all tell me what y'all want to hear. I can tell y'all a story time about how I used to be an adult voice actress. Your girl has lived, okay? What else have happened to me? How I was an adult voice actress. How I moved to a city, and the person that I moved to a new city, and the person that I moved to the new city for, he was cheating on me the whole time. Devastating. That's a good story time. Or let me think, what other stuff has happened to me? Y'all, I would love to tell y'all a story about how I didn't know what the rainbow flag meant and how I found out what it meant. So yeah, anyway, so those are some upcoming story times for y'all. Again, if you enjoyed this story time, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It costs you $0 to share with somebody. It might be a little entertaining to them, but also make sure that you yourself, you subscribe, turn on them little notifications so you can know when I have another story time for y'all, because y'all, my stories really be lit, and these are all true life accounts of my life. Okay, so y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all back here next Wednesday. Bye.